So in this video, I'm going to show you the complete YouTube strategy for B2B SaaS companies. Now, I'm also going to show you the good examples, the bad examples. I'm going to show you all the formats that are crushing it on YouTube for SaaS companies at the moment. And I'm going to show you a secret trick that can help you speed up the growth, even if you're starting from zero. So let's get straight into it. Now, before I actually jump into the topic of the video, why you should even care about YouTube if you run a B2B SaaS? Well, first thing is there's a ton of people actively searching for solutions to the problems they are facing that your product actually solves on YouTube. It's like a second biggest search engine right now. Results from YouTube are showing up on Google as well. It's also amazing when it comes to building your position in the market, because all the AI models right now are also pulling the data from YouTube. So if you really care about scaling and you don't want to just rely on word of mouth or ads to actually do that, you need to have a YouTube channel in place. I'm going to show you some channels that absolutely crush it. So here are two competitors, as you can see on the screen, Instantly and Lemlist. Technically, they are doing a very similar thing. So you can send cold emails using both softwares. Of course, they have additional features. But as you can see, Lemlist is doing absolutely bad job, and then we have Instantly who are crushing it on YouTube. And I'm gonna start with the results. So you can see Instantly right now gets anywhere between like 1 to even 10,000 views per video. If you go to their most popular videos, there's a lot of content here that is literally getting like hundreds of thousands of views. And then on the other hand, we have Lemlist who are posting with random content. You can see that their channel, sometimes even have videos in like different languages here. So you can see they're not doing the best job. And even if you look here, you can actually see that instead of having a link here to their website, what they have is just a link to subscribe to their channel. But I'm already on the channel, so it doesn't really make that much sense. I can just click here. But anyway, as you can see, they are at 18.3k subscribers. I don't know if it's all organic, but they are definitely not getting a ton of clients from their content. On the other hand, we have Instantly who are crushing it. And very quickly, just to show you a few things, what Lemlist is doing wrong is basically they have no strategy. They're just posting random videos. They have no packaging and have bad call to action or no call to action at all. And so those are the results they are getting. And on the other hand, we have Instantly with her solid YouTube strategy, really leveraging YouTube SEO trends, really knowing the content game, having good packaging, good conversion process, and that results in a ton of clients that YouTube drives. So I know they scale to like crazy numbers, and YouTube is one of the biggest growth factor here. So now what you might be thinking is, okay, how do I actually approach YouTube for my B2B SaaS? And so I'm going to show you another example here, SendPilot. I actually know Oscar, who's the founder of it. They just started up on YouTube, posted like 6 videos, and I think they're doing a pretty good job. So I wanted to break down what they're doing, what they could be doing even better. And using this channel as an example, I'm going to show you the specific strategy that you can also implement for your B2B SaaS. And so when you think about YouTube, what you should think about is how you can actually structure it as a sales funnel. Because the thing is, to actually get clients, first you need to get discovered by your ideal clients, so not just some random people. We don't want to optimize for views and subscribers. We want to get qualified potential viewers. We want to have qualified potential buyers watching our content. And so that's why you need to have a way to actually attract these people and then also convert. And what I noticed in the B2B SaaS space is that there are some channels who are just like trying to optimize for as many views as possible, and they're just creating trending content to just get as much exposure as possible. On the other hand, I've seen channels who are very niche and just like trying to focus on getting clients, but at the same time, to actually grow and get clients on YouTube, you kind of need to have both of these things. So here's the structure that you should follow. First, we have top of funnel videos. So the goal of those videos is to just get as many people to your channel as possible. Now, very important thing, and if you would have to take away one thing from this video, it should be this, is that you never want to create videos around your product. You want to create videos that your ideal clients want to watch. And then as a natural result of that, you want to promote your product and sell it this way. That's usually the biggest mistakes that most SaaS companies make, is that they sit on this gold mine. They have a YouTube channel, but they're just posting videos about their product, new features, new launches, and it just doesn't work. Like nobody goes to YouTube and actually types in like Instantly product update. What they're gonna do is like how to actually get clients with cold email. And so that's the first thing that we need to optimize for. So then once you realize it, what you want to do is firstly create top of funnel content. Top of funnel content, as I mentioned, the main goal here is to just get as much traffic to the videos as possible. So just for the context, SendPilot is a LinkedIn automation software where you can automate all your outbound, you can automate your content as well. There's a lot of features. They have really good software. I personally use it as well, got really good results with it. And so what Oscar is doing is instead of talking about his product and how amazing it is, he's talking about how to actually get clients on LinkedIn, what works. Again, this LinkedIn outreach workflow gets a 41% reply rate. Really good video. I tested every LinkedIn lead gen strategy, 1.7k views as well. Or full SendPilot AI outreach tutorial 2026. So this is like a basic SEO video where there's a lot of people that are already thinking about becoming a client. So what they're gonna do is maybe they want to see how the product actually works, how to set it all up. Or with those videos, maybe someone actually signed up and they just want to see how to actually use the product. So videos like this can also help because again, this can make it easier for clients to actually get started with your software and then through that also become clients for longer. But we have basically those two type of videos. So you can either use SEO and like identify different keywords that you ideal clients are searching for. And there's a whole another video I can make on this topic. Or just top of funnel content, which is, just like organic, more algorithm driven. So here basically what matters is the content itself, the idea, the packaging, all of that stuff. If you do it right, YouTube's gonna promote those videos to more people and you're gonna get a ton of traffic. And you can see that this is the same thing that Instantly is doing. So if you take a look at their most popular videos, we have those like trending topics, which are not SEO videos, but are getting a ton of views. And then you have those videos where they are actually more SEO based, like Instantly AI full tutorial is that basically people search for that on YouTube. And so when they search for that on YouTube, this video shows up, and those are literally like the only two ways you can get views on YouTube. And so those are like literally the only two ways you can get views on YouTube if we are not counting external traffic. Now, what is really important is that just top of funnel videos are not enough. Like they're gonna get you the views, they're gonna get you the eyeballs, they're not gonna do the selling for you. So that's why you need to have case study, like nurturing content. What I mean by nurturing content is either case study videos, client interviews, preferably a mix of these two. So again, I'm gonna show you some examples specifically of like SendPilot channel. You can see there's the video like that, how we got 105 demo meetings in 25 days with LinkedIn. And so you can even tell at the first glance that this is an ad video. It just seems like a nice case study video. And then they actually in the video, if you watch it, of course, Oscar promotes his software, SendPilot. And what is also really important is that to have some kind of bottom of funnel content for people that are like already interested and they want to see how the product actually works. Videos like even simple demo videos can work very well for that, or some kind of like YouTube VSLs. You can structure it like in different ways, but it's very important to have bottom of funnel content, because then the goal really is to get people from watching this type of those videos here, get like discovering you here, to actually watching some nurturing content like case study videos, client interviews, and in the end actually going to the bottom of funnel content and becoming a client. So that's how the structure looks like. Now, when we dive deeper into the topic of like what actually works, I want to talk about a few things. So first thing is something we already mentioned, is to treat YouTube like a search engine. Because for most B2B SaaS companies, the best thing you can do is literally just use find specific keywords that your ideal clients are already searching for, and just try to rank for those keywords with the content. Creating content around these keywords can drive a ton of qualified traffic. So again, if you're optimizing for qualified traffic for potential clients, that's something you should really focus on, because YouTube is not LinkedIn where you can just post content and hope that LinkedIn is going to push it to more people. On YouTube, of course, there's also algorithm that can do this, but at the same time you can get a lot of traffic by just creating SEO videos. And you can see here, accidentally, when I was moving things around, these two sections were swapped. So those are the examples of the videos that are like SEO content. How I set up my Smartlead cold email campaign. So again, it's for people that already know about Smartlead, already use it. So this is a good video. But again, what you could also do if you want to go broader, if you want to attract more people, is to do it just like how I set up my cold email campaigns, and don't specifically even mention Smartlead. How to get unlimited leads on LinkedIn using NA and Clay plus HeyReach. Full cold email marketing course. So those are just like things that people search for on YouTube. Same thing here. There are some examples like how to set up cold email campaigns, best tools for B2B lead generation, how to book more sales calls, like maybe Instantly versus Smartlead or versus Lemlist. Like those are the type of keywords that people search for on YouTube. So this is really huge. Again, if you're starting out, it's good to find smaller keywords, like keywords with smaller search volume and also lower competition, because you're probably not going to rank for the biggest keywords in your space when you're just starting out. So that's very important. Now, second thing is you want to lead with education, not product features. I already mentioned that, but I just wanted to repeat it, because nobody wakes up and searches for a YouTube for a product demo. So what they search for is specific solutions to the problems that they are facing. So that's why your videos actually need to solve problem, actually need to educate your prospects, because that's the only way you can grow on YouTube. And here's some educational content examples. This is also kind of like an SEO video, like how to get clients on LinkedIn in 2026. But we can see this video here, like her cold email strategy has a 43% open rate. So again, the reason why it works is because if you're selling his cold email software and you create a video like that, everybody that watches this video is probably already doing cold emails or is planning to do cold emails. So either they are already qualified as clients, or they're going to be clients in the near future. I said 1,000 cold emails a day to the businesses for 30 days. Again, the video where even if you're not doing cold emails right now, but you're just thinking about it, you're going to click on it, you're going to watch it. And if you do it right, if you structure that video right, you can convert these viewers you're getting into users, into paying clients. Pillar number 3 is consistency beats perfection. What you can see across all the top performing channels is that they are just very consistent with creating content. So they're doing like 1, 2, maybe even 3 videos a week, and they do it consistently. So the biggest reasons why I see B2B SaaS companies absolutely failing on YouTube is because they either do it for like a few months, few weeks, and they stop doing it, or maybe they are not congruent with their strategy, so they're just like posting 5 videos one month, then they're not gonna post anything the next one, then 10 videos another month. So it's also not something that works. So Well, if I were you, what I would do is I would just commit to doing one YouTube video per week for at least 90 days before even judging results. Of course, following the strategy I'm showing you here. It would be best if you can batch recording content just to make it easier for you to stay consistent, especially if you're the founder, you don't have a lot of time to do it. Then if you just take one day in the whole month to create like 4 or 5 videos, that's probably the best thing you can do, because again, you don't have to spend more time. You will just have the content for the full month ready. And also, done is better than perfect. Like, you don't have to have studio quality. You don't have to have the best videos, like 20, 30-minute tutorials. You can literally start with like low effort Loom videos, just going over like specific strategies, again, creating educational content that actually drives value to your clients, instead of like trying to make the videos look as good as possible. And just to visualize it, you can see there are like few, well-performing channels, and typically they have posted already like anywhere between 200 up to like even 1.3K videos. So it takes some repetition for sure. At the same time, most of these guys probably saw the first results before they even crossed like 10 videos posted. So that's also something that you need to keep in mind, is that you don't have to wait for results for like the next like 6 to 12 months. If you do it right, if you follow the best strategy, you can do it so much quicker. And here's the best hack that I have for you. And this hack is actually creating paid videos and partnerships, because at the beginning, you don't really have an audience. Building this audience is gonna take time. So what we can do to speed up the process and get more signups literally in the first month is to find creators in our space and literally pay them for a video. Now, there's 2 ways you can go about it. One is you literally just like pay someone for a video. Again, you can pay them upfront. You can do some kind of deal where they get a percentage of the clients that actually sign up with you. There's like a ton of things you can do here. I'm going to show you 2 examples. So here's the video on HeyReach channel. You can see that right now YouTube has this option of actually creating those like partner videos. And that's something that works amazingly well, because then people can come from this channel, but people can also come from this channel. And so in the end, this video is probably going to get more views than a typical video that they posted. And it's going to leverage the Diandra audience. So that's something that can work very, very well, especially if you're working with bigger creators. And the second thing is you just literally paid someone for the video. Now, I don't know if those videos were like paid sponsorships. I just want to show you that, if you have creators who are already doing really good on YouTube, create content around your software, that can result in a ton of views. And again, you can just leverage their audience, kind of borrowing their trust and credibility as well. So that can drive insanely good results. And if you do it right, you don't want to just drive people to your website to signups, but also drive them to your channel, so you can have like a portion of that traffic, have a portion of that audience, and actually make them stick with your content for longer. But again, you can see that those videos are generating really good views. So it's not the cheapest option to grow a channel, but it's something that can definitely work very, very well. And again, if your software actually gets big and it's something that a lot of people recognize in their space, I'm sure that there will be creators that you don't even have to pay, that they will create videos around this topic just to also get views and subscribers and clients from that type of content. So that's something that's going to happen, but at the beginning, it's best if you just do those paid videos. Now, next thing I want to talk about is 3 ways you can actually approach YouTube. Because first thing is, it's just you as a founder or a team member recording YouTube videos. So there's pros and cons to all of that. I'm gonna just walk you through one by one. So firstly, it results typically in the highest trust, because again, if you're the founder recording content, audiences buy from people they know. If they know the founder, then even better. If that's someone from the team, still good, because they understand the brand. So that's the second thing I want to talk about. The videos are definitely more authentic as well. If that's someone already like working in the team, working on the product. It also results in lower cost, because again, if you're just using a team member who you're already paying, then you're not really spending anything extra on that. If that's you recording content, same situation. And it's also easier to close these clients. So especially if you're like the team member is involved in sales in the company, that can work well. But if not, then again, it doesn't really matter that much. Now, the con, of course, is that it requires your time on camera. So you actually need to invest some time into it. If you want to step back from the company, it's going to be harder to transition to having someone record the video on the channel. It might take some time for you to develop this camera confidence to actually make it easy for you and make sure that you're performing really well in front of camera. And scheduling and consistency can be hard at scale. Now, you can also hire actor or just have a face of the channel. I've seen many people actually do that. Channels like Clay, even Instantly, they kind of do that. And it frees up the founder's time entirely, which is definitely a good thing. You can publish at higher volume without founder burnout. You can have professional presenters, so the videos can be really good from day one. And channel can also not be dependent on just one person's schedule. Now, of course, the authenticity here is a bit lower, especially if that person that you hire doesn't understand the products, and maybe there might be some things that can come from that. Higher ongoing costs for sure, because you need to pay someone for not just the the editing side, the distribution side, but also actual recording. And if that presenter leaves, you might need to rebuild this audience trust, so it might not be that easy. You can also just do partnerships with creators in the space. So that's also something that I see, like a channel like I think HeyReach is doing. So from what I understand, they're basically just doing partnerships, but pretty much all of the videos here are partnerships with other creators in this space. I think they don't even have a specific person just recording content. So it's something that works. And again, good thing about that is that you have instant access to existing warm audiences. You don't even have to spend that much time building the channel, because you're just gonna have those audiences kind of build the channel for you. You just pay per video as well, so like it's very flexible. There's no long-term commitment. If you do just one YouTube video a week, the cost may also not be that high. So it can be definitely great, but at the same time, you don't like fully own that audience, because the audience is coming from like different audiences from your creators. You have like limited control over how the brand is actually presented. It doesn't really compound that much and can get really expensive at scale. So those are like the few things. Of course, the curator quality and audiences that can really vary. So that's also something that long-term can be a problem if you have 10,000 subscribers, but those subscribers really came from different channels. So not everybody's interested in like all the content. Maybe they just want to watch the videos from the creator that they came from. So that's something that also is worth keeping in mind. Now, what I want to do is also like very quickly walk you through some channels in the space and show you like what specifically they're doing and how it works. So one of the best examples I found is definitely there's Instantly. They are absolutely crushing it on YouTube. You can see the content they are making gets a ton of views. And what is really important as well is that they really understand the content game. So the whole like ideation, the scripts that they use, the structure of the videos, the editing, thumbnails, like packaging, all of that is really on point. We also have channels like HeyReach, again, really solid job here. They are getting really good results with YouTube. SendPilot, Smartlead, Apollo, like as you can see, most of those are actually in the lead gen space. At the same time, there's a lot of channels that are not doing the best job, even if they're like really big SaaS companies like Klaviyo here, for example. Even though they're creating decent content, you can see they're not really getting the best results. And when I was watching some of those videos, the packaging they have, the actual structure of the videos is just not the best. The ideation behind the videos also is not really something that people want to watch. So for example, like SMS compliance best practices, it's something that's definitely interesting to many people, but most people, like what they care about is how to send SMS or like, email marketing that actually converts. What are like the top 10 performing emails, like basically the content that was just gonna get them some value. And again, it's not they're not doing the worst job, but they could be doing so much better. There's AAA as well, attribution software, and same thing here. They're just posting random videos, product launches, new features. So it doesn't really work that good as well. Even, channels like Monday here, they are not doing the best job, even though they post a lot of content. The content is very random. Sometimes they just like post videos like it. Then you have some presentations, then you have some product features. And so those are the examples that I showed you that you can look up to. You can literally just like try to copy what these guys are doing, and you're probably gonna get so much further than these companies here. Now, if you decided that you want to grow a YouTube channel in 2026, or maybe you already have a channel but you just want to grow it and you're looking for a partner that can help you with everything else, that's basically what we do for our clients. So we develop the process that allows our clients to just spend 1 to 2 hours a week creating content, and then we come in and take care of absolutely everything else. We actually grow the channel for you as well, taking care of all the editing, thumbnail design, YouTube SEO. We can even help you with the paid partnerships with other creators, and in the end actually help you convert the viewers into paying clients. That's the most important thing. We don't want you to just end up with a lot of views and subscribers. We want to make sure you're actually getting clients from your content. So if you'd be interested in seeing how this could look like for you, go ahead and book a call with me using the links down below. And on that call, we're going to discuss a specific strategy that's going to work for your SaaS company. Or if you're not ready yet, just go ahead and check out this video next.